9:15. But first, to my next guest, one of Britain's favourite actors. James McAvoy became a household name in the award-winning TV series Shameless.
Just because he took a swing at you?
No, because he's got a family he doesn't deserve and he needs a wake-up call before he wrecks all your life.
It was here that James met actress Anne-Marie Duff, and the couple married in 2006.
There's something hidden inside me.
Since then, the Glasgow-born actor has gone on to star in some of Hollywood's most successful films, including X-Men, Atonement alongside Keira Knightley, Wanted with Angelina Jolie, and the Oscar-winning The Last King of Scotland. James is back on the big screen in his new movie, Phil.
It is great being Scottish. We're such a uniquely successful race.
Oh, brilliant. James, hello.
Thank you, hiya.
It is so good to see you. Thank you for coming in.
It's a total pleasure.
Really, really appreciate it. I barely laughed at this film. I mean, I know there are bits of it where you kind of put your hands over your eyes, but it's funny as well as being dark.
Yeah, no, well, look, I suppose there's bits where you put your hands over your eyes at any kind of family marriage or a funeral or anything like that, and yet those are always the best parties as well, aren't they?
Exactly.
So I suppose that's how I describe Filth, is it's like a really eventful party that you'll never forget, but it is very funny, and it is very emotional and all that as well. We're very proud of it.
I'm not surprised. It's a cracker. It really is. It's one of the best films I've seen so far this year, definitely.
Thank you.
Beyond. I mean, it really wasn't. I was watching it on my own, and I really wanted to, you know, in that way where you want to talk about the movie right away to people, and I've been thinking about it, and a movie that stays in your head is always a good thing.
Oh, brilliant.
Can I say, you looked terrible.
Yes.
You looked absolutely exhausted, and you looked really knackered in the movie. You look beautiful today.
Thank you very much.
But in the film, but that was all part of this really incredible character.
Yeah, no, he's a mess, really. In the book, he's sort of been eaten alive, sort of from the inside, from all the bad stuff that he consumes, and also a tapeworm, rather gorgeously. In the film, we don't really go down that path, but it was still important that he looked a mess. And I ended up drinking. My wife and kid weren't with us after the first couple of weeks of the shooting. I ended up drinking about half a bottle of whiskey at night just to kind of make myself feel hungover and minging the next day.
And
by the end of the shoot, I looked horrible. There was less and less makeup being applied as the shoot went on by the end of the 8 weeks.
Because you did start off looking, you know, the usual that we would think, you're so handsome and you look lovely, and then you just disintegrated. But that was part, you know, that worked for the story, you know, mentally and physically he just collapses. Yeah,
the man's sort of, we present him as this sort of strong figure who's very funny and very confident, totally in charge of everything around him, better than everybody around him. And then, of course, none of that's true. No. And actually, he's very afraid and he's crumbling inside. So he treats people badly. He's very sexist and homophobic, misogynist, and all that kind of stuff.
And yet, I still quite like him. That's the weird thing.
Well,
and at the end, it was. I don't want to give away, obviously, what happens if people haven't read the book. But at the end is absolutely tragic. I mean, it really. It's quite heart-stopping. You know, you feel so sorry for him.
I think the film's a study into a person who's afraid of everybody, and you know, bad behaviour, like all those things that I've just described, bad behaviour is generally born out of some kind of fear, and this man is afraid of literally everything, which is why he puts on this facade and this fake persona of strength, and I'm better than all of you. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's fascinating.
So, but we had a right old good time doing it, I have to say. And it is something that I don't think there's a lot of out there at the moment. It is, you know, entertainment, don't get me wrong, it's not just worthy kind of gritty film making, it is entertainment, but it is very, very bold and brave and, you know, potentially controversial filmmaking. And there's not a lot of that coming out of anywhere at the moment.
No, that's very true. Is it the work you're most proud of, would you say?
It's one of the things I'm most proud of, I'd say. I'm still very proud of playing that guy in Atonement, and I'm still very proud of the Macbeth that I just did.
Of course,
but I'm very, very, very proud of this. And the fact that something like this is born out of our country, I'm really, really pleased about, you know. And I don't just mean that by Scotland, I mean that by, you know, Great Britain is somewhere that is trying to kind of have a film industry, and it's trying hard, and it keeps getting knocked back every now and again, and people keep saying it's not got a great industry, and then it's got a kind of surge. At the moment, I don't know what it is, but I'm proud that this came out of it.
And you mentioned Macbeth, and that was really tough part to play. But and you don't have to do that. I mean, you know, there you are doing all these fantastic. You could be sitting by the pool in Los Angeles, then give us another pina colada. You are knocking your pan in.
Aye.
You know, sort of like, I don't know how many shows you would do, probably 8 a week or something
a week.
crazy like that.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, just because I like acting. I really, really, really like acting. And I don't really have the skin tone for sitting beside the pool.
No, this is true. You're very Scottish.
I know. And even if I sat beside it for a month, I'd probably just end up looking like that rather than like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just love acting. I
And
really
a great challenge
enjoy
to do
it.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic challenge.
Exactly.
And how are you working out with, because obviously the two of you working so hard, because where's Anne-Marie just now? She's working away.
Anne-Marie's rehearsing on Broadway just now. She's about to do Macbeth.
She's about to make Macbeth.
Yeah, with Ethan Hawke playing Mr. Macbeth and her playing Mrs. Macbeth.
Oh, Mrs. Macbeth.
Mrs. Mac.
You two should have done it together.
No, not a chance.
No,
not
why
a chance.
not? No.
Dysfunctional couple that go killing everybody that's got a kid? No.
No.
No, I
Maybe
don't
not.
think so.
Maybe not. And of course you've got a wee one.
Aye.
I mean, it's great now because they're tiny. It's when they get older and have to go to school, that's when it's a bit more difficult, isn't it?
I suppose so.
Now you
We're
can
lucky
just
though. We just
hide
take it
them.
in turns and all that.
Yeah,
kind of
and
thing,
it
so
sort of works for
I've got a
you.
bit of promotion like this to do at the moment, which complicates factors. But other than that, we're fairly hunky-dory.
But you're very normal as well. How do you, what is that? Is that the upbringing? Is that what makes you, because you're not in any way starry.
It's a wee
and you
bit
could be
my upbringing.
easily.
Part of my upbringing, I think, might be watching just now. My granny and granda, hello. I don't know what it is. I just always. Do you know what? It's partly to do with my job as well. I just like the fact that people can watch a film and they don't know that much about the person in it. I like it when I don't know much about the actor in the thing.
I know exactly what you
You just
need.
accept them in the part, you know.
You don't bring all that baggage.
Yeah, maybe.
in this
Like if
thing.
I was a stand-up comedian and maybe I drew from my own life story, maybe it would help for everybody to know from my life because I'm
Right.
telling them stories about my everyday. But I have to pretend to be other people. So I don't want them, you know, going like, oh, he likes Ben Sherman or he likes Prada, and like when I'm trying to pretend to be an astronaut who's trying to get to Mars or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't really want them going like, oh yeah, and he likes going to that restaurant with his missus who's called such and such.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
just to keep it
A wee
keep
bit,
it
a wee
normal.
bit, a wee
But that
bit.
makes perfect sense. Of course it does.
You know, maybe I'm probably being daft, but
No, I don't think you are being daft. And filth, I mean, doing filth and doing Macbeth takes a lot out of you. Are you
Yes.
having a wee rest, or have you got something else to do next?
I'm not working again till January, and I'm going to do Frankenstein with Daniel Radcliffe and.
Who's been Frankenstein the monster? Not you.
Frankenstein the Monster has not been cast yet.
Right, okay.
But I don't know.
I'm available.
Yeah, are you into it? All right, okay.
to have a female Frankenstein.
We've got a great Scottish director called Paul McGuigan doing that actually.
Oh, great.
And we're going to film that in London in January. We just had our first day's rehearsal last week,
Oh, brilliant.
and Daniel was lovely, as was Jessica Brown-Finlay as well, who's going to play his love interest in it.
Right. Oh, look forward to that. That sounds fantastic. But right now, please, please, please go and see Filth, because it is just, it is amazing, and you are fantastic in it,
Thank
James.
you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much
Cheers.
for coming in.
Thank you.
you. Right, still to come this morning, he almost lost his seat, but he has made Sharon's final 6.